My 25M dad, 50M, wants me to stay with my cheating ex, 27F. Over the past few years, my mom was dying of cancer and I balanced my time between my girlfriend and taking care of my mother. Despite this, she keeps complaining I spend too much time with my mom and that to cut it down to an hour per week at the most. It even got to the point where she is angry at me just because I'm not in the mood for sex. About 2 months ago, my mother finally passed away and my girlfriend seemed relieved, offering her condolences but didn't seem sad about it. She then started pressuring me for sex not even 4 days in, and I had to tell her over and over now is not the right time. What I saw a week ago shocked me. As I wanted to surprise my best friend, 26M, for his birthday, I went to his house and I saw him and my girlfriend passionately kissing. Despite their begging and insistence, it didn't go past further. I told both of them to stay out of my life. With my mother dead and my now ex-girlfriend not being faithful, I decided to turn to my father in hopes he can help. Instead, he is begging me to reconcile with my ex. Apparently, she confessed to him before I told him, and insisted she helped me before. How can I get my dad to see that my ex is actually damaging me more than helping me? Who cares what he wants? It's your life. Make decisions that are best for you. That's none of your father's business. You don't need to make him realize that you don't want to be with her. Why exactly do your father's wishes come into play, and does he know how she behaved during your mother's illness? She keeps complaining I spend too much time with my mom and that to cut it down to an hour per week at the most. It even got to the point where she is angry at me just because I'm not in the mood for sex. That's more disturbing to me, honestly, than the cheating. She's shown you exactly who she is and how little can be expected from her when things are rough. Jesus Christ, after the first paragraph I'd have dumped her and never looked back. I understand a need for balance, even in extreme circumstances, but demanding a time limit? Fucking insane. Then it gets worse. I'm so sorry my guy. That's brutal. Your friend should be out of your life. She should be out of your life. I'm wondering if your father is suggesting this because he feels overwhelmed and wants you to use her for support instead of him. That's nothing but conjecture though. Either way, you shouldn't listen to him, and you don't owe him an explanation. Dump her. If he makes an issue out of it, just say something like, she's a piece of shit and it's my life. That's the end of it. Good luck. Sounds like she banged him too. Am I the only one weirded out at how badly your dad wants you to stay with her? I hope she didn't threaten him with some shit when she confessed to him about what she did. Anyway, no good dad would let their child be with someone who was relieved and obviously jealous over their dying loved one and cheated on their child. Yikes. So essentially she got to him first to spin her side of the story so he'll be on her side. She sounds manipulative and selfish. Your dad will get over it, so do what's best for you and your own mental health. I always tell people when someone shows you who they truly are, believe them the first time. Your father just lost his wife and is in an emotionally vulnerable place. Perhaps he thinks that you losing your mother and girlfriend within a few days will cripple you, and hence he thinks you should reconcile. Tell your father that you can handle life without a cheating partner even though you have to live single and alone for a while. What's your best friend have got to say about it? He betrayed you too. My friend's GFS comes over to stay overnight sometimes when their BFS are out of town or when they fight. They all know about it. We just talk, chill, watch movies, and then when the time comes to sleep, we just go to different rooms. I stay alone in a 4 BHK. I don't even understand how can one hook up with a friend's GF. Update. I think my wife and I aren't compatible anymore. Okay, so it took me a bit longer to talk to her than I had planned. I basically went home and slept. Then spoke with her today. As for the KKK comment, yes, that is true, but I couldn't tell people in the last post that basically her entire family was like, what the fuck? My issue is that the person who made it is still involved in our lives as per my wife's request. So while my wife did talk with me, she kept making comments like, "I'll just kill myself if you die or if you leave me." Then when I would point out how unfair that is, she would say, "Well, I mean, it's true." She kept talking about how much she hated life, despite our opportunities growing constantly and us making more money. But I've known she's depressed. I've pushed her since we were married to go get help. She refuses. She says it's too expensive. As of right now we make about $120K a year combined, and if I move up we are looking at $160K. I offered to pay and she still declined. Where we live isn't cheap, but it's no NYC. 5 days ago what started all of this. She was talking about sleeping with other women. She would get upset if I talked about sleeping with them. But her talking about it is okay? Look, I am at a point where I just don't fucking know. It's like she's willingly miserable. She won't get help. One topic that came up was kids. She tells me she wanted kids and I said, okay, and if I died then what? I would just abandon the kids and end it. Wait, what the fuck? You would have a responsibility to raise those kids. This while being told I am the only thing that matters to her. When I've told her that all I want is to see her get well. I've heard every excuse on therapy from, my family doesn't believe in it, to, it's too expensive. She refuses to let me make any life decisions for us. I am just over it. I think I am going to start building a plan. It will taken me 6-ish months to get out and be gone. Also in that frame of time hopefully she figure out what's wrong and fixes it. I love her but I can't take it anymore. Any advice on leaving and just the situation as a whole is appreciated. Set your timers if you're interested because I am giving myself 8 months to be out, though it won't take that long. Also proof in 6-8 months regardless of what happens. It's time to plan an exit strategy. She doesn't want to get better and deal with her mental illness. Please don't get her pregnant either. Threatening to kill yourself if someone leaves you is controlling and manipulative. Look up the gray rock method to begin separating emotionally from each other. Consult an attorney on your local area divorce laws. Do not get her pregnant. No more sex. Don't risk it. Get the divorce and move on. Prayers to everyone involved. All I can really say is, don't have sex with her at all. You don't know if she could poke holes in the condom and she's just a very manipulative person. The last thing you'd want to do is get her pregnant and put the child through having her as a mother and be tied to her for the rest of your life because you have a child together. If it's of any consolation, I'm also planning on moving out in 3-5 months. My current relationship is super unhealthy, took me 10 years to realize. TBH I've been he wasn't good for me but kept trying to stay for my daughter but I can't anymore. I'm just making myself miserable. I'm 25, he's 43. I feel like I'm the one trying to keep us together. He's always too tired or too busy for anything. He never wants to talk to me about our problems and ways to fix them. It's always me. You figure if you really want someone you fight for them, not push them away more and more. So I'm out. Scissor medium skin tone. Plan every exit. If she doesn't want to deal with her mental health, that shouldn't keep you stuck. No sex either. Because the way she's talking she would absolutely try to get pregnant to keep you. Contact a lawyer. Follow their advice to the letter. My girlfriend currently has our guests of 2 weeks in my bed at 9:30 p.m. without asking me. We've been dating a year and a half. She asked me if her friends who I have never met could stay at my house for 2 weeks because I have an extra room and they would have to sleep in the living room at her house. We're a week into the stay. I just finished putting my young daughter to bed and come out to the kitchen and my girlfriend informs me that they are going to start a movie in my room and wants me to come. I say no because I have homework due tomorrow and I don't like staying up late. I like to go to bed early, wake up early and go for a run before I start my day. Everyone seems excited. I am dead exhausted from working, school, being a dad all day. I normally go to sleep right now. Her friends are extremely nice and respectful people but I'm extremely frustrated that I feel uncomfortable going into my own bedroom to ask if I can go to sleep while they are all having fun. There is a perfectly good working TV in the guest bedroom. I feel like if someone offers you free housing accommodations you go the extra step to be respectful of that person's personal room. It's clear that it was my GF's idea and I know she's gonna be pissed when I tell her how I feel about this after they leave. I guess I'm getting a preview of what it would be like to live with her. Cheers to being extra exhausted tomorrow. Don't really have any advice here other than simple communication. Hey guys, sorry to crash in on the movie. Do you mind moving over to the living room cause I need to be up early tomorrow? Sorted. Dude, just go in, ask if you can talk to her outside the room and ask her to please move the party to the guest room. Stand up for yourself and assert your boundaries. It's your room. If she is going to be pissed, then yeah, she's probably not the supportive partner you need. She's putting the needs of her friends before yours, so that's a definite no. And she can obviously tell you're not on board but pushes for it anyway. Yes, definitely a sneak peek into your future as a relationship and definitely a red flag. It doesn't seem like she cares what you think or how you'll feel. Sorry. Speak up, buddy. Your girlfriend isn't a mind reader and it isn't offensive to say, I am pretty bushed. You all can head into the guest room and watch it tonight without me. Don't wait and bottle things up. Your girlfriend may have no clue how you're feeling right now. Nor do the guests, they are just following your GF's lead. Just say something, it isn't rude in the slightest to do that. Why didn't you say they should watch the movie in guest room? It's so odd they aren't doing that, but you should go in there and ask them if they can switch to the other TV. Grow a backbone. Don't look for drama. Ask to talk to her privately, calmly and honestly explain your situation and ask her to please move the party to the guest room. Don't start making grand assumptions because of one incident. She doesn't even know you're upset. Is she being a bit self-centered? Sure, but who doesn't have their moments? Why your bedroom and not the living room? This is another reason nor to have a screen on the bedroom. My girlfriend asks me to do something for her every day. 23M, dating, 24F. For a year now. In the last 6 months my girlfriend seems to ask me to do something for her every single day. This is my first relationship and I don't understand how these sorts of things work. She asks me to get her Uber for her to travel to work, family, back from work etc., asking me to order her food all the time and just random stuff, but pretty much all the time. Her family says that she never used to be like this and that I've spoiled her to become worse and worse. The thing is I don't mind doing these things for my GF. I'm more than happy, but when she asks me every single day it doesn't feel right. Last week I let her add one of my business cards to her Apple Pay to pay for food and other things for the day we went out. The next day I told her to use it also to get herself an Uber and that was it. She carried on using my card without my permission, which I didn't like, and I told her, I don't know if this is my fault or hers. Can I please have some advice? Sounds like Sue's using you. You should take a look at the relationship and think if it's fair. You've let her take advantage of your kindness and generosity. She's treating you like an ATM. Have the bank reissue your card with a new number. Are you a personal assistant or a BF? She's using you. This is not normal. Cancel that card that she's abusing. Dude, she's using you and you're letting it happen. I bet if you stopped she would make the biggest deal about it and her true colors would come out. Please stop letting her do this to you and cancel that business card and get another one reissued. Say no next time and see where it will lead. She's taking advantage of you. You're a pushover, and she obviously doesn't respect you. You need to dump her, or set strict boundaries and never spoil her.